Life responds to the vibration you send out in the morning. Each day is a blank check, and you are the one who writes the amount upon it with your thoughts, feelings, and words. The rich in mind and spirit know that the first moments of the day set the pattern for the hours that follow. They do not wake in a fog of worry or complaint. They rise with purpose, for they understand that life is a game of mental pictures, and the picture you paint at sunrise will be the landscape you walk through until nightfall. If you would walk in abundance, you must start your day in the consciousness of abundance. Before your feet touch the floor, declare what belongs to you by divine right: perfect health, overflowing wealth, joyous relationships, and work that inspires you. The world mirrors back your inner conviction. A mind set upon lack will see lack. A mind set upon riches of every kind, will draw them as a magnet draws steel. The rich in spirit begin their mornings with thanksgiving, for gratitude is the open door to supply. They give thanks not only for what their eyes behold, but also for the unseen good that is already on its way. To say, "I am blessed," before the blessing appears is to command the blessing to come forth. This is not idle dreaming. It is aligning with the law that what you feel and claim inwardly will soon manifest outwardly. They also understand the power of the spoken word. Words are seeds, planted in the fertile soil of the morning mind. They grow rapidly. The rich sow seeds of confidence, harmony, and success before they even leave their homes. They say, "Today, all things work together for my good," and the day obeys. They say, "I have all I need and more," and circumstances rearrange themselves to match the declaration. Your morning is the golden gate of the day. If you rush through it in confusion, you carry that confusion with you. If you fill it with harmony, you carry harmony. The wealthy in consciousness know that the outer world is but a reflection of the inner, and so they begin within. They take a moment to see in their minds the day they wish to live, the meetings going well, the unexpected opportunities, the laughter shared, the phone call with good news. By doing so, they summon it into being. You too may start your day like the rich. Rise tomorrow with a clear mind and a full heart. Claim your good before you see it. Speak words that build and bless. Give thanks for the treasures already yours, and for those on the way. The day will rise to meet you at the level of your expectation. Let your expectation be high, and your morning rich, for in truth, you are the heir to an infinite supply. To begin the day with gratitude is to place yourself instantly in the stream of abundance. The first thoughts upon waking are like the first brushstrokes on a canvas. They establish the tone and mood for everything that follows. Gratitude is not merely a polite sentiment, it is a powerful spiritual force that magnetizes good to you. When you give thanks for what you have and for what is yet unseen, you are acknowledging that there is already a provision for every need. This acknowledgement opens the door for that provision to enter your experience. The mind, when filled with appreciation, cannot simultaneously hold thoughts of lack, fear, or resentment. These lower vibrations are dissolved in the presence of genuine thanksgiving. Upon awakening, there is a sacred stillness between the dreams of the night and the activity of the day. In that stillness, your mind is impressionable, and whatever seed you plant will grow rapidly. If the first seed is complaint about the weather, the tasks ahead, the condition of your life, you set a pattern that will repeat itself throughout the hours. But if the first seed is gratitude, deep, heartfelt acknowledgement of the good already at hand, you create a chain of events that reflect that richness. The rich in mind understand this and do not squander those precious first moments. They deliberately turn their thoughts to all that is working, all that is beautiful, all that is worthy of thanks. Gratitude shifts perception. Where another might see only obstacles, the grateful person sees opportunities. Where one might dwell on what is missing, the grateful mind dwells on what is present and good. This shift is not naive, it is strategic. For the law of life is such that what you focus on expands. To focus on the good already with you is to invite more of it. Begin the day with thanks for the bed that held you, the roof above you, the body that carried you through the night. Give thanks for the people who care for you, for the skills you possess, for the opportunities you have already received. Each acknowledgement sends out a signal. More of this, please. It is important to understand that gratitude is not passive. It is not merely accepting what is with resignation. True gratitude is active. It is an energetic claim of harmony and supply. When you say, "I am grateful for the money I have," you are also declaring, "I am in the flow of financial abundance." When you give thanks for health, even if your body is not yet in perfect form, you are affirming that perfect health is your rightful state, and you align yourself with its manifestation. This is why beginning the day with gratitude is more than just a pleasant ritual. It is a deliberate alignment with the highest good. The mind upon waking is like a lens. What you point it toward will color the entire day's experience. If you point it toward problems, you magnify problems. If you point it toward blessings, you magnify blessings. Even the smallest expressions of thanks have power, because they train the mind to notice the good, and in noticing, you summon more of it. This practice becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. A grateful morning leads to moments of grace throughout the day. Those moments, in turn, give you more to be grateful for the next morning. The cycle builds, and soon your entire life takes on the shape of your gratitude. When practiced consistently, morning gratitude alters the way the subconscious mind operates. The subconscious is highly suggestible during the first few minutes after waking, and it accepts whatever is given to it as truth. By feeding it words and images of appreciation, you impress upon it a belief in abundance, safety, and harmony. These beliefs then govern your reactions, your expectations, and the situations you attract. This is why those who begin the day with gratitude often seem lucky to others. Their good fortune is not random, but cultivated through deliberate mental and emotional focus. Gratitude in the morning is also a form of preparation. Before stepping into the world, you clothe yourself in the energy you wish to carry. You wrap yourself in the warmth of appreciation, and this warmth radiates outward, influencing your encounters. People respond to those who carry gratitude. They feel at ease, uplifted, and more willing to extend kindness or opportunity. This is not manipulation, it is resonance. You simply meet others at the frequency of goodwill, and goodwill returns to you multiplied. To practice this, you may keep a mental or written list upon waking. Some speak their thanks aloud, infusing the words with emotion. Others hold the feeling in silence, allowing it to grow and expand. There is no rigid formula, only sincerity. The more real the feeling, the more powerful the effect. It is not about reciting words without meaning. It is about allowing your heart to swell with recognition of your blessings. Even in seasons where challenges seem great, gratitude finds the thread of light and holds fast to it, knowing it will grow brighter. It is in the mornings, before the demands of the day scatter your attention, that gratitude can be most potent. This is when you are closest to the source of your being, when the chatter of the world has not yet entered your mind. It is here that you can speak to yourself and to life with clarity and authority. I give thanks for the good that is mine now, and the greater good on the way. These words do not merely acknowledge the present, they call forth the future. They set your inner compass toward joy, and wherever you go, you will find yourself moving in that direction. To claim abundance as your divine right is to step into the original design of your life, a design in which lack, limitation, and struggle have no place. The universe is not stingy, it is overflowing with every form of supply, and all of it is created for you to enjoy, use, and share. When you claim abundance, you are not asking for something outside of your reach. You are recognizing what is already yours by the very fact of your existence. The air does not ask if you are worthy before it fills your lungs, and the sun does not check your credentials before it shines upon you. These gifts are freely given, and so too is the abundance of opportunity, wealth, health, love, and joy. But the key is to claim it, to stand in the inner knowing that it belongs to you as much as it belongs to anyone else. Many fail to live in abundance not because it is absent, but because they have never truly claimed it. They tiptoe through life, waiting for permission, waiting for a sign, waiting for conditions to be perfect before they dare to say, "I am rich in every good thing." But abundance responds to boldness. The moment you declare it as your right, you align with the laws that govern prosperity. You move from hoping to knowing, from wishing to expecting. The rich in spirit do not apologize for abundance, nor do they pretend to be small so that others feel comfortable. They understand that their fullness benefits everyone, for in having much, they can give much. To claim abundance as your divine right, you must first uproot the hidden beliefs that contradict it. Many carry the idea that money is scarce, that good fortune comes only to a chosen few, or that desiring more is selfish. These thoughts are like weeds in the garden of the mind, choking the growth of supply. They must be replaced with truths, that the universe is infinite, that there is enough for all, and that your flourishing harms no one. In fact, the more you thrive, the more you inspire and empower others to do the same. Every great river overflows its banks and waters the land beyond. It is in the nature of abundance to spread. When you claim abundance, you speak as one who already possesses it. You say, "I have all I need and more," even before your outer conditions reflect it. This is not deception, it is recognition. The outer world is slow to catch up to the inner claim, but it always follows. The seed is invisible beneath the soil, yet the farmer speaks of his crops with confidence, because he knows the law of growth will bring them forth. Likewise, when you claim abundance, you plant seeds in the fertile ground of your subconscious, and the harvest is inevitable. Claiming abundance is an act of authority. It is refusing to identify with poverty, illness, or limitation, no matter how convincing they appear. You might see a low bank balance, but you say, "My supply is infinite and flows to me now." You might feel the symptoms of illness, but you say, "Perfect health is my natural state." You might encounter closed doors, but you say, "The right doors open for me at the right time." Each statement reaffirms your rightful place in the flow of good. Over time, these declarations shape your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your reality. This claiming must be done daily, and with feeling. Words without conviction are like checks without signatures. They cannot be cashed. You must feel the truth of what you say, even if only for a few seconds at first. This feeling is the magnet that draws the physical equivalent into your life. When you declare your abundance and feel the joy, relief, and security it would bring, you are already living in that reality on the unseen level. The outer world, which is a mirror, eventually reflects it back to you in form. The rich in spirit know that abundance is more than money. It is time, energy, creativity, health, love, peace of mind. To claim abundance is to say yes to the full spectrum of life's blessings. You may have wealth in one form and lack in another, but by claiming the wholeness of abundance, you invite balance. You declare, "I have an abundance of love, an abundance of ideas, an abundance of opportunities, an abundance of resources." Each of these areas supports the others, creating a life that feels rich in every dimension. One way to strengthen your claim is to act as if abundance is already present. This does not mean reckless spending or pretending to be something you are not. It means walking through the day with the posture, the confidence, and the generosity of one who knows they are supplied. If you believe your time is abundant, you stop rushing. If you believe your resources are abundant, you stop hoarding. If you believe your opportunities are abundant, you stop fearing missed chances. Every action becomes a silent affirmation. I live in a universe that is for me, not against me. The claiming of abundance also requires releasing the habit of comparison. When you measure your worth by what others have, you are in effect saying that your good is limited to the leftovers of their good. But abundance is not a pie from which others take slices. It is the ocean, and you may draw from it without reducing its supply. To look at another's wealth, health, or happiness and bless it is to affirm that such good is possible for you as well. This attitude removes jealousy and replaces it with certainty that there is more than enough to go around. In moments when fear or doubt tries to creep in, the act of claiming abundance becomes your anchor. You do not wait for circumstances to reassure you. You speak your truth into the silence and hold to it until the evidence appears. You might walk through a season where the outer signs are faint, but as long as your inner claim remains firm, the season will turn. Just as winter cannot prevent spring from coming, temporary appearances cannot stop the flow of good that you have acknowledged as your own. To speak affirmations of success and harmony is to take hold of the creative power of the spoken word and use it deliberately. Words are not mere sounds. They are carriers of intention, vibration, and authority. When you speak, you send out a command to the unseen forces that shape your life. Every phrase, whether careless or intentional, is like a seed cast into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. The rich in spirit understand that to plant seeds of discord is to reap a harvest of discord, and to plant seeds of harmony is to reap a harvest of harmony. Therefore, they choose their words with care, for words once spoken cannot be recalled, and they will grow into form according to their kind. Affirmations are not idle repetitions. They are deliberate declarations of the truth you wish to see expressed. When you affirm, "Everything I do prospers," you are not describing a current fact. You are aligning yourself with a principle. The law of cause and effect responds to the conviction behind your words, not merely the sounds you make. If you speak them without belief, they pass away like wind over water. But when you speak with certainty, feeling the reality of the words as if it were already true, you set in motion the forces that will make it so. The power of affirmations lies in their ability to override the habitual patterns of thought that may have been running unchecked for years. Many people speak unconsciously, repeating phrases of limitation. "I can't afford that. Nothing ever works out for me. This always happens." These words reinforce the very conditions they complain about. To reverse them, you must speak the opposite: success instead of failure, harmony instead of conflict, abundance instead of lack. This is not denial of reality, it is the creation of a new one. You are declaring what is true in the higher order, even if it has not yet taken shape in the material world. The morning is the most potent time for affirmations, for the mind is still uncluttered and receptive. Speaking words of success at the start of the day sets a tone that carries through every encounter and decision. You might say, "Today, all things work together for my good," or "I move through this day with ease and confidence." These phrases are like tuning forks that set your entire being to the frequency of the outcome you desire. Throughout the day, when situations arise that might unsettle you, you return to these words, and they anchor you. Harmony is as important to affirm as success, for success without harmony leads to strain and imbalance. To affirm harmony is to declare that your relationships, your work, your health, and your inner life flow together without conflict. You might say, "I am in perfect harmony with everyone I meet," or "Peace surrounds me and flows through me." These words not only affect your own state of mind, but also influence the way others respond to you. People feel the energy behind your words even if they are not consciously aware of it. A harmonious spirit draws cooperative situations, while a discordant spirit attracts friction. Affirmations also work best when spoken in the present tense. Saying, "I will be successful," keeps success in the future just out of reach. Saying, "I am successful," brings it into the now, where your subconscious can accept it as reality. The mind responds more readily to what is claimed as already existing. Even if your current circumstances appear to contradict your affirmation, the repetition of the truth you choose begins to shift those circumstances to match your words. It is not enough to speak an affirmation once and expect a transformation. Just as a seed must be watered and tended to grow, so must affirmations be repeated with feeling and consistency. Each time you speak them, you reinforce the mental picture they carry. Over time, the old patterns weaken and the new patterns take root. This process requires persistence, for the mind may initially resist the new truth, especially if it conflicts with years of habitual thinking. But just as a sculptor chips away at stone to reveal the figure within, so your affirmations chip away at limiting beliefs until the reality you desire stands clear. The tone and emotion you use when speaking affirmations are vital. Mechanical repetition without feeling has little effect. When you affirm, let the words be alive with conviction. Feel the satisfaction of the success you claim, the peace of the harmony you speak. Your subconscious responds most powerfully to words that are charged with emotion, for emotion is the signal that you believe what you are saying. Even if at first you must imagine the feeling, do so, and with each repetition it will grow more natural until it becomes your automatic state. You can also tailor your affirmations to address specific areas of your life. If you wish to advance in your career, you might affirm, "I am valued, capable, and my work brings me joy and reward." If you seek improved relationships, you could affirm, "I attract kind, supportive, and harmonious connections." For health, every cell of my body is strong, healthy, and vibrant. The more specific your words, the more clearly your mind can form the picture of what you desire. And the clearer the picture, the faster it manifests. Speaking affirmations is also a way of reclaiming authority over your inner dialogue. The mind, left unchecked, often repeats fears, doubts, and criticisms picked up from the world. By consciously replacing these with affirmations of success and harmony, you take control of the narrative running through your thoughts. Over time, this conscious effort becomes an unconscious habit, and you find yourself naturally speaking words that uplift and strengthen, both to yourself and to others. Affirmations are not limited to private moments, they can be woven into daily conversation. When asked how you are, instead of replying with a complaint or neutral phrase, you might say, "I'm doing wonderfully," or "Things are working out beautifully." These statements, spoken aloud to others, reinforce them in your own mind and send a clear signal to the universe of the reality you accept as yours. The more you speak success and harmony, the more they become your lived experience. To visualize the day you desire is to take the role of the architect of your own experience. The images you hold in your mind are blueprints for the life you will walk through. Just as no builder begins without a plan, no wise person begins the day without a mental picture of what they wish to see unfold. Visualization is not fantasy. It is the deliberate shaping of thought into form. The mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically real. It reacts to both as if they are the same. This is why those who begin their mornings by seeing in their minds the day they wish to live so often find their days unfolding in harmony with their vision. When you rise, before the demands of the world claim your attention, the mind is clear, open, and most receptive to suggestion. This is the perfect time to paint the picture of your ideal day. You might see yourself moving through your morning with calm efficiency, completing your tasks with ease, meeting others with warmth and confidence. You might picture the phone call that brings good news, the unexpected opportunity that arrives at just the right moment, the conversation that leads to mutual understanding. The details matter. For the more precise your vision, the more clearly your subconscious can set the stage for it to appear. The act of visualization imprints the subconscious mind, and the subconscious in turn directs your thoughts, actions, and perceptions throughout the day. It heightens your awareness of opportunities that align with your vision, and it makes you more resourceful in bringing them about. If you have visualized a day filled with productivity, you will notice the moments when you can be more efficient. If you have visualized a day filled with pleasant interactions, you will naturally speak and act in ways that invite harmony. In this way, visualization is not passive, it is the first step in a chain of cause and effect that shapes your reality. It is important to see the desired day as if it is already happening. Place yourself within the scene, looking out from your own eyes, rather than observing from a distance. Feel the emotions that would accompany your success, the satisfaction of completing your work, the joy of sharing a laugh, the relief of receiving a solution to a problem. These feelings are the fuel that gives your vision life. Without them, the images remain flat and powerless. With them, they become living experiences that the mind seeks to reproduce in the outer world. Some find it helpful to begin with broad strokes, seeing the day as smooth, pleasant, and prosperous, before moving to finer details. Others prefer to create a specific sequence from morning to night, picturing each event in the way they wish it to occur. There is no single method. What matters is that the image feels real and desirable. If doubt tries to creep in, gently replace it with the vision again. Persistence is key. For the mind is trained by repetition, and the more often you hold the image, the more natural it becomes. Visualization also works best when it includes all the senses. Hear the friendly tone in the voices you encounter, the words of praise or thanks you receive. See the expressions of warmth and respect on the faces around you. Feel the texture of your surroundings, the smooth desk as you work, the firm handshake of agreement, the softness of a comfortable chair after a job well done. Even smell and taste can be part of the scene. The aroma of your morning coffee, the freshness of the air during a walk. The more senses you engage, the more completely the mind accepts the experience as real. If you wish to direct your day toward a specific outcome, see that outcome clearly and without hesitation. If you have an important meeting, visualize yourself walking in with confidence, speaking clearly, and seeing the others respond positively. If you face a challenge, visualize yourself meeting it with calm resourcefulness and emerging successful. By rehearsing these scenes in your mind, you prepare yourself not only mentally but also physically, as your body and emotions follow the cues of your imagination. Those who practice daily visualization often notice a shift in their overall outlook. They move through the day with a sense of calm authority, as if they already know how events will unfold. This confidence itself influences the day, for others respond to it and opportunities tend to flow toward those who expect them. Visualization, then, is not only about shaping events, but also about shaping the self who moves through them. Even when the day does not go exactly as pictured, the practice of visualization still yields benefit. You are more adaptable, more inclined to look for the good in unexpected changes, and more likely to find solutions quickly. The mental rehearsal of positive outcomes builds a habit of expectation, and this expectation becomes the lens through which you see the world. Because you have trained your mind to look for harmony, success, and opportunity, you will find them more often, even in places where others see only difficulty. Visualization in the morning is especially powerful because it sets the emotional tone for the rest of the day. Instead of reacting to events as they come, you begin by deciding how you wish to feel and what you wish to experience, and then you step into that state. The outer world begins to arrange itself in ways that match your inner state, and you find yourself meeting the right people, encountering favorable circumstances, and receiving answers with ease. This is not coincidence, it is the natural result of aligning thought, feeling, and expectation with a desired outcome. The practice can be brief, just a few minutes upon waking, or it can be more extended, with time taken to savor each detail. It can be done in silence, with gentle music, or with spoken affirmations that match the vision. Some prefer to close their eyes and picture the scenes, while others like to write them down, as if describing a story that is already true. However it is done, the essence is the same. You are choosing the images that will guide your day, rather than letting the day choose them for you. To maintain a high level of expectation is to hold yourself in the continual awareness that good is not only possible, but inevitable. Expectation is the bridge between belief and manifestation. It is the quiet conviction that the seed you have planted will grow. The moment you expect something with certainty, you begin to align your thoughts, actions, and even your physical state toward its arrival. You carry yourself differently, you notice opportunities you would have overlooked, and you move with the confidence of one who knows the outcome is already decided in their favor. This is not mere optimism. It is a deliberate mental stance that draws results to match it. Every day unfolds according to the quality of your expectations. If you expect difficulties, your mind becomes alert for signs of trouble, and you will find them. If you expect success, your mind becomes alert for signs of opportunity, and you will find those instead. Expectation is like a lens. It filters what you notice and amplifies it. Two people can walk through the same day. One will see nothing but obstacles. The other will see nothing but solutions. The difference lies not in the day itself, but in the inner expectation with which they approached it. Maintaining a high level of expectation requires discipline, for the world offers many chances to lower it. Negative news, the complaints of others, and even your own past disappointments can tempt you to expect less in order to avoid being let down. But lowering your expectation is like closing a window to keep out fresh air. It may shield you from a gust, but it also shuts out the steady breeze of good that is trying to reach you. High expectation is an open channel. It allows the flow of life's abundance to reach you without obstruction. Expectation must be paired with belief to have power. You cannot half believe and expect fully. The moment doubt takes over, expectation falters, and the signal you send to the world becomes mixed. This is why it is important to nurture belief daily, through affirmations, gratitude, visualization, so that your expectation rests on a firm foundation. The rich in spirit do not let circumstances dictate their expectation. They let their expectation dictate their circumstances. They know that every outer condition is temporary, and that holding steady in the conviction of a good outcome allows that outcome to take form. One way to maintain high expectation is to act as though what you desire is already on its way. When you anticipate a guest you value, you prepare the space, you make ready the table, you arrange the details so that their arrival will be welcomed. This same principle applies to all forms of good, whether it is an opportunity, a relationship, a sum of money, or improved health. By preparing in advance, you are signaling that you expect its arrival, and this readiness draws it closer. Expectation also shapes the energy you bring into every interaction. When you expect people to be kind, cooperative, and helpful, you often receive that very behavior. Your tone of voice, your body language, and your openness all reflect your anticipation, and others respond in kind. Conversely, if you expect hostility or rejection, you may unconsciously act in ways that invite it. High expectation sets a harmonious tone that influences not only your own actions, but the actions of those around you. There is also a subtle but powerful connection between expectation and receptivity. Many people say they want certain blessings, but secretly doubt they will recognize or accept them when they come. High expectation keeps you alert and receptive. You do not dismiss an opportunity because it looks different than you imagined. Instead, you remain open, knowing that the essence of what you desire can arrive in many forms. This openness allows you to seize chances that others overlook because they are too fixed on one idea of how their good should appear. Maintaining a high level of expectation requires vigilance over your inner dialogue. The mind will sometimes whisper doubts, recalling times when things did not work out as planned. In those moments, it is essential to remind yourself that each day is new, that the past does not dictate the present, and that your expectation can shift the trajectory of what is unfolding. By catching these thoughts early and replacing them with words of assurance, you keep your mental atmosphere clear. Another key is to surround yourself with influences that reinforce your expectation. The people you spend time with, the conversations you engage in, the media you consume, all of these either strengthen or weaken your inner stance. If you wish to maintain a high level of expectation, seek out environments that uplift and encourage you. Listen to stories of success, spend time with those who believe in possibility. Engage in activities that remind you of life's richness. Each of these choices supports the mental posture you are committed to holding. Expectation is not about forcing outcomes, it is about knowing they are unfolding in their right time and form. When you expect good, you do not strain or chase. you move steadily forward, alert for the signs that your desire is nearing fulfillment. This calm assurance keeps you from exhausting your energy in worry or haste. It allows you to enjoy the journey, knowing that the destination is secure. In this way, high expectation is deeply connected to peace of mind, for it replaces uncertainty with trust. There is also a cumulative effect to sustained expectation. Each time you hold the image of a good outcome and see it realized, you strengthen your confidence in the process. Over time, you no longer have to work as hard to maintain high expectation. It becomes your natural state. You begin to see good as the default, challenges as temporary, and solutions as inevitable. This shift transforms the way you move through life. You become resilient, hopeful, and steady, no matter what the outer situation may suggest.